Hey Soul Fam, Coach Amelia Adair here. Welcome back to my channel. Wow, wow. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. And I got a great topic for you guys today. And we have to talk about it because we got to grow. Okay? We can't be growing if we don't be knowing what we need to be doing. Okay? Okay. So we just gonna talk about mental blockage, okay? It happens to all of us. Some people, they may use different terms, but overall, you just kind of have a block and your thoughts won't flow in the direction that you want them to. You have some goals and you have things that you need to be doing, but for some reason you aren't able to do it because you have a mental block. Your mind is just like out of gas. You know what I mean? You just like, okay, you try this, but it's not working. You try that, it's not working. You try 1, 2, and 3, and it's not working. And I'm here to just, give you a couple tips and bring you a little, a little knowledge. That's what we're going to call it, because that's what it is. You know what I mean? We're going to call it a little knowledge so that we're able to move forward and we're able to grow and we're able to get rid of that mental block. Because I don't know about y'all, but it's a little frustrating, and I think it causes more of a mental block when we don't even know we're having one and we're trying to like get it together. And all right, so I'm gonna get to the point, guys. Usually when you have a mental block, okay, one, you gotta take a break. Okay, you pushing yourself too hard, and you need to go drink some water, go take a break, go just close the book, close the thoughts, close the project, just close it down. Just close the gates for a minute, right? Take a minute, sit back and breathe. Okay? Sometimes we trying to just keep it going. We try to play the right music. We try to light a candle. We try to, you know what I mean? Do 20 million things to keep us moving when we kind of just need to take a pause. Sometimes we got to take a pause and take our time to assess and figure out what is it that's on our mind that's stopping our positive thoughts from flowing, or our creative thoughts from flowing. And sometimes, guys, you may be going through something in life that you're trying to block out by working, but you can't block it out because you got to just face it. You got to just deal with what it is in a peaceful manner. Okay, so what does that look like? What does that even mean? Okay, so say you're going through some issues with, it could be finances, it could be family, it could be a relationship, and you might just need to talk to someone. Okay, sometimes we're trying to solve our problems ourselves, but sometimes we don't have the answers fully within us. Like we have it, but sometimes the answers to our problem is a person. So sometimes we just need to talk to somebody just to get different perspectives. Sometimes our perspective is one-sided. It's a little bit biased. So sometimes it's 100% okay to talk and share how you feeling with someone else, because sometimes the answer is within you, yes, but you got so many layers of stuff going on that it's going to take you a little while to get there. It's going to be confusing for you. So don't be afraid to reach out and speak to someone that you trust, someone that can give you great insight, someone that has your best interest at heart. You really want to try to talk to someone with a non-biased opinion, like someone who's, all the way over there, you all the way over here. You know what I mean? Just so that they could just shed some light on you. And sometimes we feel like we've got it all figured out. Sometimes we feel like no one could tell us anything. And sometimes our attitude is what's in the way. Okay? Sometimes that blockage that's in the way is your attitude. Okay? Because maybe you're a little stubborn. Maybe, you're a little egotistic, or maybe just too independent that you just like, no, I got this. Guys, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is a 360 deal. okay? And your mind is the main part of your operation. And if your mind is going in a little left of direction, then your whole project, your whole operation is going to start swaying that way too. So remember, you got to stay steady. And you got to have some lifelines that you can call real quick, and that's why it's always good to have a coach and have, people that you're subscribing to on YouTube that gives you great perspectives and helps you think outside the box, because we can't get through this life alone. Sometimes I feel like we think we're meant to come through life and figure everything out by ourselves. If that was the case, guys, there wouldn't be so many people on this earth. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a million different people that you could talk to, and you'll be surprised what someone can teach you. Okay? And as a coach, I always know I'm always a student first. Okay? I'm always willing to learn and correct. And sometimes sometimes I wouldn't learn too much. So sometimes I even gotta sis, go read a book, go calm down. And even then I'm learning. When you read the book, you learn it. But still, you just want to have a warm circle, okay? It doesn't have to be 6, 10 people. It could be one person, 2 person. Then you can have a little backup. But you can't just rely fully on watching YouTube videos. Why? Because one, that video may not be exactly for you right now. Like, usually coaches, we send a variety of videos that are very, very helpful. But sometimes when you get down to a particular situation, like you're going through something that's is real particular. You know what I mean? Like, you have a situation that 20 other people may not have. Maybe you got 10 siblings and they got 5. Maybe you're 30 and they're 50. You get what I'm saying? So there's always going to be a little discrepancy with self-help videos that are online when you're going through a particular situation that's causing you a mental block. Okay? So you always want to have a few different people that you can just wholeheartedly confide in, that you can speak to, and not feel like you're being judged, or not feel like they're out to get you, or not be too wrapped up in your head. You know what I'm saying? Some people could get real wrapped up in your head, and if you get too wrapped up in your head and you go too deep, you're gonna go too far off key. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make it more difficult than what it is. And when you do speak to that right person and they do shed some light, you're going to be sitting there like, oh, wow, that was simple. It was simple because you took a logical step and you let someone come in and help. And it's okay to need some help, okay? It's okay to not be able to do everything. We're not really built to do everything. That's why everyone has their own gifts, and that's why everyone is unique, okay? So I know that's like duh, but seriously, sometimes we try to do too much. There's but so much one person can do, okay? And if you are someone who is having a mental block, is trying to figure this out, and it's been a couple days and you tried this but it didn't work, and you tried that and it didn't work, more than likely you might want to just try speaking with someone who can fill your cup. Okay, so when you're having a mental block, guys, your cup is empty. You've been giving and giving and giving, and now that it's time to give to yourself, your cup is empty. You done poured all the water out. You done poured yourself out. You done spread yourself thin, and you just need someone to come and give you a little more water. Rehydrate, recharge. And then when someone gives you that information and gives you those tips, you have to take time to digest it. You know what I'm saying? Take it in, take a deep breath, and don't go straight back to work. Don't think, okay, I'm ready. No, take the day. Go to the gym. Eat you something healthy. Drink you some water. Listen to some music. Then you gotta do the little stuff that you was trying to do. But before you turn on your music and light your candle and cook you some food, you gotta get someone to fill that mental space. You know, someone who's kind of on a similar path to you, someone who thinks like you, someone who is open-minded like you, so that you can take it in a little. And it's okay. You know, don't feel like, oh my God, I shared something, they're gonna think this, they're gonna think that. Sometimes we overthink sharing. You know, we always think the worst, that someone, oh, they're gonna have something over my head. No. And you have to be comfortable in your skin. Okay, if you're not comfortable in your skin, then you're going to always be hiding and trying to hide and trying to hide and trying to hide. No. Don't hide. Confide. That's a new one. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Don't hide. Confide. Don't hide. It's okay. No one is perfect. Everyone goes through certain things. Everyone is on this journey. You know, some people a little further than others. Okay. But you still can't think you get to a certain point in your journey and you're not going to need no one. You know, you're not going to need to talk to nobody. You're not going to need no insight. You're not going to, that's going to keep you stuck. Okay, it's going to keep you stuck. It's going to mess up your great creative ideas. It's going to send you rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling too far left. And we need you back on this straight path. You know, well, it ain't straight, but you know what I mean. We need you centered with self. We need you calm, because you'll feel the difference. Okay, when you try to force yourself into creativity, when you try to force yourself into smiling, you try to force yourself into joy, you're gonna feel the difference, and you're actually kind of draining yourself even more, because you don't have anything to give, and you're pouring out of an empty cup. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're making it harder for yourself to pull yourself together. You know? And so when you take the time and you let someone come and help you, and you let someone come and, whisper some positive stuff in your ear that maybe you just wasn't thinking about because you stressed about this and that, you're going to feel the difference when you pick yourself up the next day. You're going to just get up effortlessly. You're going to just start doing stuff that you know you had to do, and you're not going to feel dragged. You know when you just kind of, when you get up and you just moving, but you just moving kind of sluggish, you just moving because you're gonna move different when you talk to that right person. You're going to just kind of jump up. You're going to just be like, ooh, the music is going to hit your hearing. It's like your hearing comes back. It's like your senses come back in order. Your body is like literally refreshed. Okay, your mind is refreshed. Your body is refreshed. Your thoughts are refreshed. It's like charging your phone. When your phone is on at like 3%, and you're trying to do what you need to do real quick, right? And you're trying to close apps and go to apps. What's going to happen when your phone is on at 3%? It's going to be moving real slow. You're going to be like, come on, my battery about to die. You know what I mean? You're going to be sitting there like this, and your phone is just going to be dragging. And then if it dies, you try to plug it in real quick and still use it, then it's going to start overheating. You know what I mean? It's like you still kind of rushing it. So that's what I tell you guys. You got to put it down and let it charge to 100%. Okay? Lay yourself down and rest to 100%. Because then when you go back to use that phone, when you go back to use yourself, you're going to be moving at a better pace. You know what I mean? You're going to be moving with more grace. You're going to be moving with more positivity. You're going to be moving with the right energy. You're not going to be forcing it. It's going to just be working. You're going to be working the way you're supposed to work. You're going to just be naturally being you. But sometimes, you know, when you try to naturally be you and you drain, you being you, but you being the drained you. Okay? And to be 1,000,000% honest, you don't want to create work from a drained version of yourself. Because then when you fully recharge eventually and you look back at that work, then you're going to start critiquing it. Then you're going to start, you know what I'm saying? You're going to start having to backtrack when all you had to do was take some time and rest. After speaking with a coach, with a therapist, with a good friend, any of that sort. But you got to have that conversation. You got to have that comfort, you know, to feel as if someone is hearing you. Because if you just talking to you, you can comfort yourself to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like it's but so much you can do for yourself. And if you are somebody that just totally want to do 100% everything by yourself, this might not be the channel for you. Cause we not super in tune. I mean, we are super in tune, but we not like literally super like beings trying to do everything, driving ourselves off the walls. You know what I'm saying? So fam, take the time to work on you. Take the time to process, okay? There's always that processing phase. Whenever you do something, there's always a processing phase. You don't want to stay in any phase too long, but you don't want to skip over any phases either. So you want to take the time to process the change, to process the knowledge, to process the growth. So then when you start executing and you start doing stuff, then it's going to feel a lot smoother. It's going to feel, you're going to know for certain. You're not going to have that confused, like, you know what I mean? All your thoughts is going to be aligned. You're going to be clear. You're going to just feel rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel ready to go. It's going to make so much sense. And this is very important because later on down the line, when you start accomplishing what you're accomplishing and doing what you're doing, no one could kind of come in and knock it down. You know what I'm saying? No one could come in with some negative input. And then, you know, if you don't get the positive insight from the beginning and someone comes in and put that negative insight, they're going to feed a negative thought. So when you get that negative person that comes in and tries to feed your negativity, you may start to gravitate towards more because you're not fully there. You didn't follow the natural order. So that's why it's so important for you to just take the time and process and rest so that no one could come and then try to alter what you got going on. You know, then the wrong person can't even walk into your space and be like, that ain't right. You know what I mean? Well, why are you doing that? They can't really even question you because you're going to have that confidence. You through that process, you're going to build up your confidence. Come on. Okay? And confidence is not cocky. Confidence is certain. You know, you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your spirit, you feel it in your soul, you feel it in your walk, you feel it in your groove, you feel it in your thoughts, you feel it. Okay? You feel it 100%. So that negative Nancy that might try and blow you a fast curveball, you know, you're gonna be able to dodge it. You're gonna be able to move right on out the way with grace and keep on moving forward as you should. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be clear minds, ready to go, ready for your show, and ready to move on to what's next. Okay? I think y'all feel me. If you don't feel me, watch this twice. Okay? rewatch this. I think you missed something because you stood there in a daze like, oh my goodness, that is so smart. You know what I'm saying? So fam, if you made it to this end of the video, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I have some great stuff coming your way. You don't want to miss this, okay? And make sure you press the bell so you know when I post, so you stay on top of things and you keep growing and you keep focused and trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. You got this. All right? I'll see you at my next video. Bye for now.